Mehran Kamrava. He's a professor of government at Georgetown University in Qatar. Professor, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Hopes are clearly high that something may come out of these ceasefire talks scheduled for Thursday. But that is, of course, they go into that knowing that we've been here before and so many ceasefire negotiations have led to nothing. How optimistic are you that something fruitful will come out of these?
Exactly. As you just said, we've been here before and we've been optimistic before. There's always room for cautious optimism. Diplomacy is the work of optimists, and I think we need to continue to try to somehow stop the ethnic cleansing and genocide that has gone on since October in Gaza. I think this time there's the added pressure that Iran has been exerting. There are reports that Iran has said that if there is indeed a ceasefire, it will not retaliate for the killing of Haniya. And I think there is now added urgency that we see in the unusual, in many ways extraordinary statement coming out of England, France, and Germany. Remember that England, France, and Germany were the very same countries where you couldn't even mention the word ceasefire a couple of months ago, and now they're advocating for a ceasefire. And so I think what we are seeing is that the Iranian factor has added urgency. The fact that there are reports that an Iranian attack, retaliatory attack is imminent, has added quite an urgency to ceasefire talks.
Yeah, so the European sands have shifted. How about the key party in all of this, the United States? Are you confident that a change in leadership, let's say Kamala Harris instead of Joe Biden, may lead to a better outcome for the Palestinian people?
Probably. Joe Biden's commitment to Israel is ideological. He comes from a generation of Americans, and particularly American political elite, who view that Israel can do no wrong. And in their calculation, it's as if Palestinians don't exist or are somehow subhuman. And with a change in a generational change in American politics, we might see that. But of course, the American elections are quite some time away, and if there is a change in leadership, when there's a change in leadership in Washington, it wouldn't happen until January, late January of 2025, and already 40,000 Palestinians have died. By then, it'll be far too late.
But what Hamas would like to see firmly on the table is the Joe Biden endorsed deal, the deal he put forward back in May. What stumbling blocks do you think there are if Hamas do stick to that particular deal? Because it was rejected by Israel once before, which suggests that it may be rejected again.
There are two main stumbling blocks to the deal. One is Netanyahu. His decades-long political career is in mortal danger, and the only thing that is prolonging that political career is a prolonging of the war. A second stumbling block to the Biden plan is Biden himself. The United States engages in rhetorical endorsement of a ceasefire, but they can actually turn off the spigot of support to Israel. They can not give these artillery and bombs that are raining down on the Palestinians. They can effect a ceasefire immediately if there's the political resolve, a political resolve which tragically doesn't exist in Washington.
OK, well, we thank you very much indeed, Mehran, for joining us. Mehran Kamrava there, Professor of Government at Georgetown University in Qatar.